Welcome to the Don't Get Fooled show with Big Ray and Ace. All right, let's go, Ace.
Bam. All right, boys and girls, coming off March Madness weekend, Big Ree. It was unbelievable. Nothing like Vegas all weekend, Wednesday to Monday. Nothing like being in Vegas for March Madness. We had a great time. We missed you, Big Ree, though.
Yeah.
We missed you. All the viewers that we ran into were asking about you, Big Ree.
Yeah.
I mean, specifically, everybody wanted to see you, and I know you were going to try to make it out, but things didn't work out.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But we missed you, but we had a great time in Vegas for March Madness. All the crew came out. Javi was out there. Shout out to Javi, AYB, Harry B. So we had a good crew out in Vegas. March Madness was wild this year, Big Ree.
Fabulous.
Wild. I mean, you had, let's just start off. We had Purdue going out, in the first round to Fairleigh Dickinson.
Yeah, which is great.
Wow. Then you had Arizona lose to Princeton.
Yeah.
A lot of upsets. Just a wild March Madness.
For sure.
I mean, it was wild. I mean, just very unpredictable as usual. I mean, you look at the four remaining teams here in the Final Four. You have a 5 seed Miami. You have a 5 seed San Diego that made it.
Yeah.
I mean, how crazy is that, Big Ree?
Yeah, San Diego State's great. I mean,
UConn, and Florida Atlantic, a 9 seed.
And out of the school, only three of them are making their first Final Four appearance, which is even more great.
That's even crazy, yeah. 3 out of the 4 schools other than UConn, first Final Four appearance. But yeah, I mean, look, Vegas was great, Big Ree. I really wish you would have came out. I mean, man, let's see. We got in. Let's try to talk about the food. We hit up Egg and I.
Of course.
We had to hit up Egg and I, Big Ree. That was good as usual. Cannot complain. I actually had 2 banana nut muffins there.
Great. A good one for me. Great. That's great.
I had to have an extra one for you. Had 2 banana nut muffins. Let's just go after the breakfast spot. So we hit up Egg and I. We hit up
Pink Box, bro. You guys.
Oh yeah, I can't believe it.
How dare you?
Yeah, on the drive there, we did stop at. You know what? Here's the thing. Here's actually real good. On the drive there, we stopped at Pink Box. Okay. And we hit up Pink Box. We actually got like we got like a dozen between the 3 of us that drove
great.
out.
Four
and I was just I had the chocolate twist with the chocolate chips.
Okay.
It's called the bow tie here at Fresh Donuts, but it was actually I don't know what I think it's called, the OG over there.
Yeah, the OG.
So that was good. I had the Samoa.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Samoa.
And there was one like peanut butter donut that I had.
PB&J.
Yeah. And so the Pink Box was fire. Then what we did, first time, we decided to drive over across the street to Buffalo Bills.
Oh, that's great.
And we wanted to just check out Buffalo Bills. Not a bad setup over there at the Sportsbook, Big Ree.
Yeah, it's solid for.
It was actually not a bad. I thought it was like this is going to be like a complete doozy, but it was actually not a bad place. A very exceeded my expectations for sure. And so we went over there and just messed around, and it was cool. So hung out over there for a little bit, then headed back down to Las Vegas. Let's talk about, let's talk about we're going to go in order on food-wise.
Okay.
We hit up Egg and I.
Okay.
As usual, that's a classic, standard. Hit up Egg and I. Then we hit up Blueberry Hill Diner. That was fire. Harry B. So Harry B. joined us at the breakfast there, and actually Harry B. was at most of the meals with us.
Oh wow!
I thought Harry was just going to be doing his own thing, but he ended up joining us at all the meals. This guy got a big old piece of pie at the Blueberry Hill Diner.
Nice, that's fabulous.
A big old piece, like literally just a gigantic piece of it. Looked like a chocolate pie. That was fire. Harry was eating really good.
That's great.
I'm trying to think where else. Then we went to some place called the Protein Source.
Okay.
A little bit like 10 minutes off the strip. Got some protein pancakes, Big Ree.
That sounds dank.
And a smoothie, so that was good. We hit that up. We hit the Blueberry Hill pancake place up. We hit Egg and I up.
Did you go to Nelson's?
No, we didn't go to Nelson's. We were gonna drive out to the Red Rock and check that out over there and check out the scene at the Red Rock, but just we weren't able to do it. We hit up Carlo's Bakery for sure.
Of course, that's the guarantee.
Hit up Carlo's Bakery. That was really good. We actually went to downtown.
Okay.
And we went to some place called Pizza Rock.
Okay.
That was pretty fire, Big Ree.
Yeah.
It was an hour wait, literally an hour wait. And so then we walked around downtown while we were waiting. But that place was fire. That's could add to the list of pizza places.
Yeah.
Pizza Rock. So that was good. Hit up the noodle shop in the Venetians. We were spending a lot of time at the Venetian. You know that Noodle World, I think it was?
Yeah, I've heard
it's
of
right
it.
by the sports book.
Yeah.
Right on the corner. We hit that up. So that was good. Hit up Grand Lux.
Okay.
Grand Lux Cafe, basically a cheesecake factory.
Yeah.
But I was pretty impressed there. The food was pretty damn good there. Damn, I'm kind of losing my train of thought. Where else did we go?
What buffet did you go to?
We didn't go to buffet this year.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean,
You gotta make.
We just ate. I think we ate way too much throughout the day, and nobody was just like.
You gotta do the brunch, Sunday brunch. That's the annual one.
That was the annual. We were gonna do it, and we decided against it. Yeah, are you disappointed, Big Ree?
Very.
Very disappointed that we didn't hit up a buffet.
Yeah,
this is probably the first time in Vegas that I've not hit up a buffet.
That's crazy, yeah. And you were there for like 5 days too, which is even worse. Makes it worse.
Yeah, we should have hit up one buffet. You're right. Now I'm disappointed. But I'll be back soon enough. We'll be back and we'll have to make up. Or maybe when we go back, we're just going to go straight to the buffet. We've done that once. Where we drove up and we got there probably around like 5 and we went straight to a dinner buffet.
That's great.
Like literally. And so maybe that's what we have to do to make up for this fiasco of not going to the buffet.
March Madness fiasco.
The only thing about Vegas, it was a little bit chilly. Not too bad, but it was a little bit chilly. I like Vegas in the summer when it's just super hot.
Yeah, so you like the 110.
Yeah, I like the 110, man, for sure. So, but otherwise, it was great, Great weekend. Well, a lot going on. Just a juicy weekend.
Yeah.
No complaints, Big Ree, at all. Harry had a great trip.
Okay.
Harry had a really special trip, that's for sure.
That's good.
And so, but I don't know when I'm going to be able to get back out to Vegas with Harry.
Yeah, that's
to get Harry out there for the whole time and to spend time with you. It was good. So, shout out to Harry B. Let's get into March Madness, Big Ree. I know we just went over the first round. Right now, as you said, a lot of the teams, first ever Final Four appearance. Miami beat up on Texas 88-81. They were down by like 12 in the second half, and they came back.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Texas. I knew they weren't going to. Actually, Miami was one of my picks in the first video that I said I'd like them to make a run.
Yeah, and that's fabulous.
And, they did well, so they're in the Final Four. They're going to be playing UConn, which that's going to be a really good game, Big Ree. That's going to be a really good game. Whoever wins that game wins the tournament. I'm not betting on San Diego State or Florida Atlantic.
I want the winner of Florida Atlantic or San
Diego. That would be cool for one of those young gun teams, those small schools. But I think Miami and UConn are just too good for both of them.
Yeah,
that's my opinion. So that would be a good matchup. San Diego State was in a thriller versus Creighton.
Yeah. So what's your take on the foul? First, we got to go to the inbound play. That was just awful.
He just threw it. He threw it over the guy's head. He just
literally gave
them a free 2 points. Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
That was terrible.
He's gonna live with that for the rest of his life.
Yeah, because if they did not win this, then he's gonna get his ass beat.
Yeah. No, they didn't win. The guy that threw it, Creighton threw it.
No, San Diego State threw it to the Creighton guy.
Oh, that's right. You're right. I'm getting confused. The San Diego State guy threw
They were
it,
up 56-54.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And they had an inbound play. They called a timeout.
Okay, that's right. I'm getting them confused. So they got that inbounds play. He threw it, just horrible play. The Creighton guy got it, put the layup in.
Yeah.
Then they tied it up. That foul, honestly, normally they don't call that. But it was a clear, he just ran into the guy, bro, and he pushed him down.
Yeah.
I don't think the ref wants to call that, but you made it so, bro, it was so obvious. He could not call that.
Yeah.
And then he missed the first free throw.
Yeah, that was big, because and now it's just like, let's see if he makes the first one. Oh, I was going to say, if he makes the first one, miss the second one.
Yeah, but then he missed it, so I was like, oh, man, they might have a chance. And then, I know that was it. They got to call that, Big Ree. That was horrible defense. He pushed the guy, put his hand on his hip and pushed him. I mean, what do you expect? But that was a great game.
Yeah.
Watched that entire game, and then we had UConn beat up on Gonzaga.
Yeah, they whooped them real good.
Whooped the hell out of them. I was more disappointed. I wanted UCLA versus Gonzaga to advance. And did you watch that game?
Yeah,
that was a crazy game. UCLA was down by 9 with a minute left.
Yeah.
And they came back and took the lead.
Yeah, and then
by 1.
Messed up.
And then Gonzaga, that was a ballsy call by Gonzaga to drive down with 10 seconds left and shoot a 3.
Yeah.
Like 4 feet behind the 3-point line, pull up center 3. And they made it. But that was a ballsy call.
Yeah.
But Gonzaga, I wanted UCLA. I think UCLA beats UConn if they make it.
Yeah.
But Gonzaga got trounced. And then, Florida Atlantic beat Kansas State.
Yeah.
Florida Atlantic, the Cinderella story here.
Yeah.
9 seed. You remember last year, Florida Atlantic's 31-3 last year. Yeah. Murray State, you remember they were 31-3. I thought they could do something like Florida Atlantic was doing this year.
Yeah.
But I stayed away from futures this year, so
Yeah.
but that would have been a juicy one. What is it? Probably
200-1.
200-1.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would have been nice going into Final Four against San Diego State.
Yeah, I think it's 1.5 spread.
Oh man. And then Kansas State, Norwell played well for Kansas State, but I mean I'm rooting. I mean we're in Cali, so I kind of want San Diego State to win, but I wouldn't mind either one of these teams, Florida Atlantic or San Diego State. Whoever wins, we'll see.
Well, one of them's going to the ship.
Yeah, so whoever is going to the ship, I'm gonna root for. But I like Miami, so if Miami goes, it's gonna be tough, but it'll be a great game to watch.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Big Ree? We got Florida Atlantic versus San Diego State. San Diego State's now a 2-point favorite here. What do you think here?
I want Florida Atlantic, but I like San Diego State. I think they're the better team. But kudos to Florida Atlantic making here, which it's a coin flip, but I think San Diego State wins.
I agree, Big Ree. I like San Diego State to take this. I think anybody can win at this point, but I think San Diego State has a better defense. And I think they're gonna really put pressure on Florida Atlantic, and I like San Diego State. And at this point, it could be a close game, but I'm taking San Diego State money line here. I've learned in March Madness, stick to money lines. Don't mess too much with the spreads. If you like a team to win, you take the money line. Unless it's a huge like minus 800 and it doesn't make sense, then you take the spread. And on a team that's the underdog, if you like them, you take the plus points.
Yeah.
And that's it. So I'm taking San Diego State here. And then we got Miami, number 5 versus number 4, UConn. UConn minus 5.5. What are your thoughts, Big Ree?
This one I really don't know. I mean, obviously you said you like Miami, but I don't know. I mean, UConn playing good. I mean,
really good.
Miami's playing great too. One of the announcers pretty much said that Miami has an NBA team.
They got a lot of older players, and
I don't know on this one. I mean, I think UConn wins, but I don't know if they cover. I don't think they cover. So I take plus 5.
You're taking plus 5.5. So I'm gonna agree with you, Big Ree. I think UConn is gonna win this. I'm rooting for Miami, and they could win, but my pick here is Miami plus 5.5. They got a veteran squad. They just got an overall good team, but so does UConn. So this is gonna be a really good matchup. I think whoever wins this game wins the championship. But I like Miami plus 5.5.
Yeah,
they've been playing well, so that's my thoughts there. It's going to be an exciting. Both games are played on April 1st, Saturday, and so we got one game tipping off at 3:09 p.m. and then 6:49 p.m. So can't wait. It's going to be at 5:49 p.m. the Miami versus UConn game. So it's going to be a good game on Saturday. Let's get into the NBA, Big Ree. We got NBA going on. Only a few games left. Let's start off with the East. Milwaukee leading the East. What's your thoughts so far on the Eastern Conference, Big Ree? What do you want to talk about? Any major storylines here?
Nothing really. I mean, just Joel Embiid is missing tonight's game
against
the Nuggets, and everyone's
them,
making it a big deal
because both are in the MVP conversation.
Yeah, he went from minus 150 to minus 110 just for missing this game.
Really?
How do you feel about this?
I mean, the odds makers know something. You got to perform when it matters. I think that's something that people want to look at. How did he perform against the Joker?
Yeah.
And he's sitting out. I don't know why. I'm guessing he has a reason. But, I mean, for them, they're kind of – I don't think they're going to catch the Milwaukee, but they want to stay –
I think Milwaukee's got
They're stuck in the 3 seed, I think. I don't think they're catching the Celtics either, but you're not, you lose this game, you're going to be 3 behind. So I don't know. He should play Boston number 2, Philly number 3, Cavs, staying at number 4.
They clinched.
They clinched 4. Look, that's a 4-team race, I think. Knicks, I don't think are doing anything. Brooklyn's not doing anything. Miami, they can potentially make a run, but I'm not seeing it. I think they're done. They don't have enough offense.
Yeah.
I don't think they have enough offense. Atlanta is an interesting team. 150-1, boys and girls, right now in the future.
So your boy Ice Tray.
To win, they got talent.
Yeah.
Miami, I don't think has enough talent. They got Jimmy Buckets, Lowry, Adebayo, Tyler Hero, but they don't have enough overall talent. I don't think they signed Kevin Love, but Atlanta's got a lot of young talent. You got Trae Young. You got DeJounte Murray. John Collins. You got Capella. You got DeAndre Hunter. You got AJ Griffin. You got Bogdan. You got Sadiq Bey. You got Okonwu. So they're deep, bro. These guys are a deep team, 10 deep. So they could, let's say they get into the 8th seed and they play the Bucks. Bucks are a really good team, but I don't know. I think that's an interesting play.
Yeah.
150-1, Big Ree? What do you think?
I don't think they have a chance.
You don't expect it to win, right?
Yeah, it's like throwing it at the dartboard.
Yeah, but I think, if they can potentially get in there and then they're playing the winner of the Cleveland and the Knicks.
Yeah.
I think they can, I don't know. I think they're an interesting play. Chicago looks pretty interesting. They just came off a big win against your Lakers, Big Ree.
Yeah, that was crackhead Bev making
Beverly went like this and said LeBron's too small. But you got to give them credit. Since he came there, they're playing really well.
Yeah, they are. I'll give it to them.
So now they actually have some defense. And so, look, Beverly, the Bulls are an interesting play.
Yeah, for sure.
I think
Levine, Vukovic.
They got 3 scorers, DeRozan, Vukovic, and Levine. And then you got Caruso and Beverly playing defense.
Yeah, for sure. They gave the Lakers what they wanted to, and Beverly meant a lot to Beverly.
He wanted that win for sure, and it's just funny how it happened when LeBron returned.
Yeah.
Which LeBron played pretty good, 6 for 11, 19 points.
He came back too quick, and
oh really? You think so?
No one even expected it. They were saying. Someone I forgot who said they talked to the assistant coaches. They didn't know he was going to play.
Oh, really?
He went from out to doubtful to questionable to playing.
Yeah, I think he might have came back too early. He had 5 turnovers.
Yeah,
played like 29 minutes. Him and Reeves, Austin Reeves had 5 turnovers. But you know what? I got to give Reeves credit, Big Ree. I've always been talking crap about Austin Reeves, and you've been calling him. You've been a big fan, but I got to give him credit, man. He's been playing really well. Forget this like big 36-point game he had, and like he had a follow-up game. But just overall, he's playing well. Like he doesn't take too many. I still have a problem with his defense.
Yeah, he's a liability on defense. I don't hide that.
He plays hard. He does play hard. I'll give him credit there, but his defense, he is a liability. You can't put them on like the top 1 or 2 players on the other team, but he doesn't take bad shots. He's actually a decent passer, and he's somebody that doesn't seem like he's going to hurt you other than on defense. I'll give you credit. I was wrong there, Big Ree. I was wrong on Austin Reeves, man. I think I didn't consider how bad the NBA defenses are now.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of players that can just start putting up 25, 30, right?
Yeah.
And some people can put up 15, 20 easily. So he's benefiting from the lack of defense, but I want to give him credit. He's playing good. So, but let's get into the West. The Nuggets, obviously, they look like they're locked in. The 1 seed.
Locked in. That's the only thing we know in the West. The Nuggets are going to be first.
Nuggets going to be 1. Memphis, I don't think they're locked in yet for number 2. I think the Kings could make a play there. They're only 2 games out, but I don't think. Memphis, they could be a dark horse team if they're motivated.
I don't see it. They're out in the second round.
You're probably right. They're very deep. Sacramento Kings, I don't see them going past the second round.
Yeah,
I don't even see them winning the first round, to be honest.
Agree, yeah.
I think they get bounced in the first round.
I think so as well.
Phoenix, when they get Durant back, what's the deal? He's supposed to come back this week, right?
I think so, yeah, Wednesday, I believe.
They need him back. I think if he's healthy, they're the favorite.
Yeah, they got to be. There's pressure on them to win.
That's true, yeah. But, Durant's got to step up.
Yeah.
And, Booker's going to play well. Clippers, they're looking okay, but now, with the PG injury,
yeah, that's big.
That's a big deal. I mean,
and it's just saying he's going to get reevaluated in 2 to 3 weeks. So that doesn't mean he's coming back. Honestly, I think he's done for the year, and they just don't want to say it because Clippers have been quiet about their injuries.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, but I think if they play Sacramento, I think they can beat.
They'll beat Sacramento.
I think they can beat Memphis, Sacramento.
Anyone can beat anyone in the West
in the first round without Paul George.
Yeah, and I'll give it to your guy Westbrook, who has stepped up and played well. He has. He's fit in there much better. I'll give it to him.
He's playing all right.
Yeah,
but he's got to control his turnover still.
Yeah, that's just what comes with him. He's part of that.
Yeah, but now they even need that signing is even bigger because of Paul George injury that he can put up 25, 30 if needed. Golden State.
Yeah.
What's going on there, Big Ree?
We gotta ask our boys in Surrey.
These guys got they got Gary Payton returned, right?
Yeah,
and he can help them, but I think the big key is Andrew Wiggins. Yeah. And Andrew Wiggins, there's a lot of rumors going on. I don't know. I don't even want to discuss the rumors because when I read the rumor mill I was disgusted, just like I think Draymond was.
Yeah.
I mean, I was disgusted that if that's true. If the rumors are true, I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Now I know why this guy's not playing for the last month and nobody's saying anything.
Yeah.
If that is true, it's unbelievable. I mean, wow. I don't even know what to say, but that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But they're not winning anything without him.
So you're saying the Warriors have no chance without Wiggins, just to make it clear?
I think they have a chance because you got Steph, Clay, Draymond, but the West is so deep, bro.
Yeah,
it's so deep. It's so deep that you need Wiggins.
I agree.
So, I think you need Wiggins there. I don't see them without. What do you think?
They need Wiggins, but I still think they can make a run. I think Gary Payton coming back is a huge thing. He's a great defender.
Yep, he fits in with them.
Good wing for them. So,
that's
big time.
They can make a run, but do you think they can win?
No.
Can they win it?
I think they can win it. You never count out the champs.
I agree, but look about even right now, they're slotted now in the 6th seed. Let's say they stay in the 6th seed. Sacramento.
Yeah.
Then Memphis potentially.
I think they'll beat both of those if they play them.
That actually might be their easier route if they can avoid the Clippers and Phoenix in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah. So
that actually or they can avoid even Denver. I mean, they could. Bro, any team can jump from basically any team can jump from 5 to 10 just like that.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much every game is a playoff game at this point.
I agree. But let's get into Timberwolves. They got Karl Anthony Towns back.
Yeah, that's big.
I mean, they're going to make them interesting. I don't know what they're going to do. It's so deep, but they're interesting. Pelicans, I don't think they're doing anything without Zion.
Yeah, probably not.
No, is he coming back or is he done?
I think he's done. I think his career is done.
I don't know what to say. It's just puzzling.
I think he's played as much as game Greg Oden has in the first 3 years.
It's crazy. I don't even know what to say. I hope he gets healthy. He's an exciting player, but he can't stay healthy. It doesn't matter, man. Then we got the Lakers in the 9 seed. They were playing really good. Yeah. I mean, they were playing really good. They, 7-3, I think, in their last 10 prior to the loss yesterday against the Bulls. I hope LeBron doesn't throw off all the chemistry they built.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to throw something off. I mean, he did come off the bench. Yeah. Someone was telling me that. I was like, good luck with that. This was the second time in his career coming off the bench.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, I don't blame that fully on LeBron. I mean, but it was definitely part of it, for sure. It was. But there's no holding back on that. Go ahead.
He had 5 turnovers. They had 18 turnovers, man.
Yeah.
Him and Reeves each had 5. But they'll be fine. But I hope they make the play-in.
Yeah.
Because I think they can make some noise if they get in the playoffs.
For sure, yeah. This team is very young and
they got a lot of pieces now. They actually are pretty deep now.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of the coach putting everything together.
Yeah.
Do you have confidence in Coach Darvin Ham?
Yeah, I like him. I think he's doing a pretty good job. But I mean, I was pretty disappointed not seeing Rui getting any minutes yesterday. But he was just talking about it like it's always going to be we're so talented. someone's gonna be not get minutes.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's going to be game by game. What's the better matchup? So I get that you got a matchup per game and who makes sense, but you need LeBron to play. You know, you got to give LeBron's got to give his 25 to 30. AD's got to give 30, not 25. He's got to give.
You're talking points or minutes?
Points.
Okay.
25 to 30. And then it's going to be the rest of the team to step up and Ham to rotate everybody. And they're an interesting team, man.
Yeah, for sure.
They are a very interesting team. So I definitely am rooting for them to make it because they make the playoffs better. Thunder in the 10th seed.
They look nice, honestly. A young team.
They got the
Giddey, SGA.
Giddey. What's the guy? Jalen Williams out of Santa Clara, the 12th overall pick. He looks good. Isaiah Joe.
Yeah.
You got, they got a good defensive team.
For sure, yeah.
And they got some players. So, but I mean, personally though, I want to see Dallas in that 11th, 10th in the play-on, but they completely look like crap, Big Ree, and you've been calling it. They look like crap. I don't know what's going on. Is it all Kyrie?
No, it's not. Luka said he has personal problems.
He has personal issues right now?
That's what he said in the press conference.
Really?
I think they're since the trade, they're 3-1 with just Kyrie playing.
Okay.
3-8 with Luka and Kyrie together.
Wow.
And I think 0-2 with Luka, with just Luka.
Oh wow. Yeah, dude. I mean, the thing is, if you just look at that roster, they have no defense.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Like
no defense.
Nobody traded your best defenders for Kyrie,
and you got no defense. They can't guard anybody. That's the problem. They're putting up points. I mean, Kyrie he looked shaky the last 2 games since he returned. But prior to that, this guy was just playing like unreal. But you got no defenders. You got Dwight Powell. You got Reggie Bullock.
Yeah.
I mean, you got that guy, Green, the rookie? Not the rookie, like the second or third year guy. You got no defense. You put like 3. I don't know, man. I mean, I want them to make it, dude, because with Luka and Kyrie, at least you have a chance. But
if they don't make the play-in, does Luka demand the trade?
Tough question, man. Tough question. What do you think?
I would say yeah, but Mark Cuban wouldn't do it. I mean, I think they need to give JaVale McGee some minutes. I mean,
why not?
He's your center.
He's on their team?
Yeah.
I thought he was on Phoenix.
No, he's on. Someone even mentioned it today. Since the All-Star break, he's played 3 minutes and 31 seconds.
You got to change something around. That guy's a decent defender.
Yeah. He's a big man. I know you like to go small and all, but
got to do something, man, because you got 2 guys that can score.
Yeah.
So now you got to stop the other team from scoring.
Right.
And I don't know. I mean, this would be an epic failure if these guys don't make the play.
Sure, they were 16-point favorite and lost, and 9.5-point favorite and lost.
Wow.
That's bad.
7 more games, Big Ree. 7 more games.
They played today versus the Pacers. 4-point favorite.
They got to win. They got to win out, man.
Yeah, they have to win out pretty much. Everyone has to win out.
So, but yeah, I mean, I don't think Utah's not going to make it. And I don't think anybody wants to see Utah.
Yeah, I think Utah is.
They're not going to do anything. They have no chance to win a first-round matchup.
I think Blazers are done.
Dallas actually has a chance. Yeah. Dallas, Lakers, Pelicans, Timberwolves, they all can win a first round. If they can all win the first round.
For sure, yeah.
But Utah is not winning. Portland, they're done. They have already they've already packed it in. Lillard's done for the season. They're going to trade him this offseason.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Where to, though? That's the $1 million question.
Gun to my head.
I think he goes to Miami, I would say.
Gun to my head.
Miami has some pieces to trade, too. I was looking. I mean, Miami came to mind first. That was the first one, obviously. I think Chicago, maybe.
You're thinking Chicago, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe Chicago. I mean, let's see. Let's kind of go down quickly.
Yeah, I went through the whole list. Milwaukee's a no.
Miami, maybe. Chicago. He's not going to Milwaukee. He's not going to Boston. Not going to Philly. Not going to Cavs. Not going to New York. Not going to Brooklyn. Miami. He's not going to Atlanta. Maybe Atlanta if they want to trade away DeJounte and put Trey and Dame together. That'd be crazy.
Maybe, yeah, that could see. Yeah,
that would be crazy. But maybe Atlanta. He's not going to Toronto.
I think Toronto's an interesting player.
It might be, yeah. It might fit-wise, but does he want to go up north?
Nobody wants to live in Canada. I mean,
So you're saying nobody wants to live in Canada?
Nobody wants to be there. Let's be real.
Nobody wants to live in Canada. I do want to go to Canada, though.
Okay, all right.
I want to check out Toronto, man.
Yeah, we can visit. Nobody wants to live there.
Okay.
That's what I'm just.
But Vancouver is nice, man.
Yeah, it is.
I like Vancouver.
Okay, keep going.
All right. Chicago, maybe. Indiana, no. Washington, pair him with Bradley Beal and Kristaps.
Yeah, you're gonna have to give up Kuzma for that, for sure.
Yeah, maybe Washington, not Orlando, not Charlotte.
No,
there's not enough, and not Detroit. So he's got a few teams. There's a handful of teams. I think he gets traded.
What about your Clippers?
Or they make a major impact trade. No, Clippers. I don't think Clippers. I don't think they're.
No.
Who are they going to give up?
That would be Bones Highland, Terrence Mann.
10 first-round picks.
I don't know. Bones Highland and Terrence Mann have a lot of value, I think.
A little bit of value, but for Dame, you're going to have to give up.
He's old now, too.
That's true, but I think they're going to have to give up at least 3 first-round picks that they don't have.
Sign and trade for Kyrie?
But Dame.
It'll be similar?
Yeah, I don't think it changes anything for Dallas. I don't think it changes for Dallas.
I don't think Lakers get him. I don't think they have anything to trade.
Yeah, Lakers, I think that'd be a good fit, but what are they going to give up?
Yeah.
I think you stick with D'Lo.
Yeah, I would rather have D'Lo and Beasley. If you're giving me those three compared to Lillard, as good as Lillard.
I agree. I agree. I think Lillard. I think there's a few options. But gun to my head right now, Big Ree, I'm saying the Bulls.
Okay.
I think you put Dame and Beverly backcourt.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
On a side note, I think Lonzo's career is done. I think it's safe to say. I mean, I was a big fan of the guy, but
third knee injury.
He's pretty much done for next year, they said. I mean,
look what happened to D Rose, right?
Yeah.
You got 3 knee injuries, 3 surgeries. I mean, I don't know what's going on, man. I've had a meniscus injury.
Yeah.
And I know, but, I guess when you're a professional athlete, it's a little bit different. Even if it's a little bothering just a little bit, you don't want to play on it.
Yeah.
Or you don't want to, so I don't know. But, yeah, it doesn't look good. That's for sure, Big Ree. He signed, like a $90 million contract?
Yeah, so at least he got one in the bag.
And then at least if he's in good terms with Melo, and Melo doesn't get hurt, Melo will make a couple $100 million, so family should be good. But, yeah, I don't know, man. It's because he was finally, looking, getting, he was doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Improving his shot, his field goal percentage, everything.
Right.
So, I don't know, but that's enough on the NBA. Before we get into the NFL discussion, Big Ree, I want to give a shout out to some of the viewers that I ran into. Want to give a shout out to Ken Eller from Missouri. Had a good time over there chopping it up, with him. And so it was definitely good to meet Ken. Very nice guy. Want to give a shout out to Alex from Burbank. Alex, the man from Burbank, had a great time chopping it up with Alex and really appreciate him. He looked out for the DGF family, Big Ree. The DGF Cruise helped sponsor, towards the desserts and dinner. Yeah. So contributed to that. So we appreciate that. So shout out to Alex. Want to give a shout out to Garrett and Lisa. Met that couple out in Vegas, and so want to give a shout out to both of them. And just to make it clear, Lisa was a bigger fan than Garrett was. They're both fans. Yeah. And then want to give a shout out to Ronald. Yeah. And so those are a few, people that we ran into. Ronald just recognized us. Some of these other guys DM'd us, and we met up with them at the Venetian, Circa. But, so shout out to everybody else. I can't mention. There's a few other guys we ran into, but thanks for coming out, and it was always good to see the viewers. 2023 is going to be a big year. We're going to start a membership for NFL and college, and there's going to be a lot more coming. We'll have some teaser videos prior to the season starting, so you guys will know. We'll keep the weekly videos going on. Let's talk about NFL season, Big Ree. There's the big news that you wanted to throw out.
Yeah, obviously Lamar Jackson. I mean, obviously I woke up to it. I read it. I mean, and then I watched the actual while watching ESPN, and they were saying that Lamar put this tweet out right before Harbaugh had his press conference. Because it's the owners' meeting stuff going on today.
Oh, okay, got it. The owners' meetings, okay.
And all the coaches are there, and this guy put it literally right before, a minute before Harbaugh had his press conference.
Oh, really?
Like, how dare you do this? Like, that's just dirty.
I mean, but here's my thought. I don't think he's really demanding a trade. I don't think he gets traded.
Yeah, it's all a game of chicken right now.
I think what it is first of all, he's representing himself. And that's dumb. A mistake.
Yeah.
And that's causing problems. And I think eventually he's going to have to get an agent. If he wants this $200 million guaranteed contract, that's what he's looking for, similar to Deshaun Watson, he needs to get an agent, and then they'll make it happen, I think. But at this point, I think it's hard to negotiate with yourself.
Yeah.
But I don't think he gets traded, so I'm not going to discuss any potential trade destination. I don't think he gets traded.
Yeah, okay. I agree, yeah. I think he stays in Baltimore.
What about the draft? We got the draft coming up about a month away today. We're filming on March 27th, April 27th, the draft Thursday. What are your thoughts? I mean, we'll do another episode as we get closer, sure. But I mean, we got Bryce Smith, C.J. Stroud. So
Bryce Young, right?
Bryce Young. I always say Bryce Smith, Bryce Young, and C.J. Stroud. So I think those guys. I don't think this guy Will Lever should be the number one pick.
They're saying Anthony Richardson. How do you feel about that?
He's a dark horse that they're saying, but I just don't think nobody's gambling on him over these other two guys.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think he could get drafted before Will Lever's. I think Will Lever's is going to be a bust.
Damn, right there, straight from the horse's
mouth. I mean, he hasn't done enough. He has a strong arm. That's what they're saying, his strong arm, but I don't really care about that strong arm. You got to be accurate. You haven't done enough in college. What are you going to do, come in the pros? The defenders are that much better, quicker, faster. I mean, I don't know. But we'll have a special episode on the NFL draft as we get closer, probably the week before.
Sure, yeah.
Anything else, Big Ree?
That's pretty much it. And then you can talk. You can still talk about this if you want, the whole Aaron Rodgers Packers thing.
Yeah, let's quickly talk about that. He said his intention is to play with the Jets. He would like to play with the Jets. I mean, he put it out there. Finally, that's crazy that he put it out there. Now they gotta figure out a trade package that makes sense.
But the rumors are that the Jets don't want to give the first round pick, and the Packers want the first round pick.
You got to give a first round pick at least for Rodgers, man. If I'm the Packers, I'm not trading him without a first.
Yeah, I think the Packers have the leverage here because the Jets are more in desperate need, and there's no QB on the market.
The Packers do have the leverage unless Rodgers says, I don't want to play for the Packers, and then it's just they're gonna get screwed.
Regardless,
I mean, you want Rodgers. I mean, if you have Rodgers, you give him a few playmakers. These guys can make a run every year.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if Packers keep Rodgers, get one or two receivers, and win the Super Bowl. You got Rodgers, man. You just never know with him.
He'll end up in New York. They're gonna surrender the first eventually.
I think they have to.
They have to. But I think they were just saying like, they don't want to give the first because and the other picks they want to make incentives on it because you don't know how long Rodgers is going to play. Every year he does this whole nonsense.
But you got to do your due diligence and know you're going to get 2-3 years out of him.
Yeah.
You got to. I think you don't trade for him unless you get 3 years. You got to get 3 years from him.
Yeah.
Can you think you're a Pack fan? Can he play 3 years at a high level?
I don't know at a high level. I'd say 2 more.
2 years.
Yeah.
You think he's got at least 2? I think you got to get 3 years, man. If you're gonna give up first round, multiple second round picks, you got to get 3 years out of this guy.
Yeah,
that's my thought. I would like to see it. I mean, they got a young Jets, got an exciting team. I don't know if they're there yet, and I don't even know if Rodgers puts them over the hump that they're I don't think they're a favorite with him.
Yeah,
but they're definitely a contender. But I don't think they're a favorite. What do you think?
Yeah. And then the division's hard too. You got the
Buffalo,
Bills, you got the Dolphins,
Patriots. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. That's a tough division. But look, I mean, if they can get him at a good price, I think you get him. But I don't think the Packs just give him up.
I think that's why they traded that receiver Elijah Moore for a second-round pick. They're probably offering 2 second-round picks for Rodgers, the 43rd and 44.
Yeah, I mean that's a good start. But I think you got to give a first and those 2. That's my thought. What about the Packers, if they're going to trade A-Rod, the Jets get A-Rod there, I think that's a tough division. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's still a tough division, even if you get Rodgers. I was going to say something. Oh, no, that's what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought with the Packers. What if you get DeAndre Hopkins, if you're a Packers, and you keep Rodgers?
He doesn't want to stay. They're saying that he's already told everyone he wants out, the team too.
Oh, really?
Like if you tell that, it's pretty much saying you're getting divorced. You've told your wife you're getting divorced. You just haven't signed the papers yet.
Okay, fair enough. So that ship is sailed. Most likely he's gone.
It's gonna happen eventually. I mean, you can always look at other destinations too, which can.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, I think he goes to the Jets then. I think
Yeah.
you're right. But they got to give. They got to give a pick. They got to give up the picks.
They gotta give a first. I
You
mean,
can't trade Aaron Rodgers, Hall of Famer, that has not completely dropped off, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
his receiving crop wasn't what it should have been last
Yeah.
year. You imagine you give this guy enough weapons, bro. This guy
Yeah.
I think he can still win the MVP.
Yeah, I mean I think he's 20-1 next year.
So, I think you got to give a first. If you're not willing to give a first, then go ahead, take Zach Wilson.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead,
That's
go and start Zach Wilson and see how you guys do.
Yeah.
Just get out of here. Don't want to give a first round pick for Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, I think
Get
it
out of
will
here.
happen more towards the draft.
Yeah, I mean,
And then we'll probably talk about it on our draft pod, on our draft vlog.
Really, this is going to be a big year for
Yeah,
NFL. For NFL
sure.
and college football, it's going to be huge, and we're going to be making our meet and greets all over the
Yeah.
domestic U.S.
Yeah, for
We're going to have at
sure.
least a few meet and greets for sure,
Yeah.
and better get ready, Big Ree. It's going to be a
Yeah.
big year.
For sure.
Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Anything else before we sign off?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right, boys and girls, make sure to like,
Subscribe.
subscribe and comment.